Welcome to the case study series in Business and Government Relations by Skilled MBA. Chile's economic model, long praised for its free market efficiency and sustained GDP growth, has come under intense scrutiny for its failure to deliver inclusive prosperity. Despite macroeconomic success, widespread social inequality and public dissatisfaction have exposed deep fractures in the system, culminating in mass protests and a call for reform. This case explores the tension between market-driven policies and social equity, raising critical questions about whether economic growth alone can meet the complex demands of a modern society. Chile's economic model, once hailed for its rapid growth, has faced scrutiny as social unrest highlights the disparity between prosperity and inequality. The case study delves into whether free market policies can sustain social cohesion, examining how economic success left many Chileans feeling marginalized. Chile's economic success was driven by open trade policies, fostering export growth and international investment. Strong institutions like an independent central bank and respected judiciary ensured stability. The business sector thrived, with mining, agriculture, and services expanding. This led to a growing middle class, reduced poverty, increased home ownership, and rising consumer spending. Chile's economic growth concealed deep social inequalities. The top 1% captured nearly 33% of income, while public services declined. 67% of Chileans struggled with healthcare access, and 78% of top university students hailed from private schools. Additionally, 52% of retirees receive pensions below the minimum wage, highlighting systemic disparities. The 2019 protests in Chile began with a 30 peso subway fare increase, sparking student-led fare evasion. By October 18th, protests escalated, leading to a state of emergency and military deployment. On October 25th, over 1 million marched peacefully in Santiago, drawing global attention. Despite a November 15th agreement to draft a new constitution, protests persisted. Chile's economic disparity was stark, with the highest inequality in the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development. Wealth was concentrated, leaving the middle class burdened by debt. Political elitism and corporate influence left citizens feeling unrepresented. Rising living costs, including housing, healthcare, and education, exacerbated financial strain. Corporate privilege, through tax advantages and price-fixing scandals, further eroded public trust and neglected environmental concerns. Chile's free market model faced scrutiny as inequality soared. The private sector's role in fostering inclusive growth became a focal point. Key questions emerged. What went wrong? Who is responsible for change? Can economic growth models integrate social welfare effectively? This moment challenges businesses to look beyond profits and contribute to societal progress. The 1980 Constitution prioritized property rights, limiting state intervention and offering minimal social protection. A referendum led to a new constitutional draft, sparking business concerns. Key tensions emerged between property rights and social guarantees, market freedom and regulation, and national identity versus plurinational recognition. Businesses responded by expanding social investments, funding educational initiatives, and supporting housing projects. They engaged politically, joining constitutional debates and funding policy research. Internally, progressive firms narrowed wage gaps, increased worker participation, and expanded benefits beyond legal requirements, reflecting a shift towards more inclusive and responsible corporate practices. Strengthening social safety nets and improving public services are crucial for a new social contract. Transparent regulatory frameworks ensure accountability. Citizen participation fosters democratic engagement and community solidarity. Corporate responsibility involves investing in human capital, fair taxation, and inclusive growth. Chile's experience highlights the need for balanced participation to address historical inequities while sustaining economic dynamism. Chile's economic growth, as measured by gross domestic product, appeared successful, yet the Gini coefficient highlighted persistent inequality. This disparity underscores the limitations of relying solely on gross domestic product as a measure of progress. A more comprehensive approach is needed to capture the true socio-economic landscape, ensuring that growth benefits all segments of society equitably. In fragile democracies, traditional corporate social responsibility (CSR) programs fell short. Businesses needed systemic changes, emphasizing community co-creation. Chilean companies shifted focus to stakeholder capitalism, amplifying workers' voices and environmental concerns. Political responsibility became crucial as business lobbying faced scrutiny, corporate tax practices were reviewed, and transparency requirements increased. Public trust in business plummeted, fueling consumer activism. Policymakers in Chile grapple with balancing market efficiency and social justice. The tax-to-GDP ratio stands at 42%, higher than the Organization for Economic Cooperation and Development average of 34%. Public education receives 16% of GDP, lagging behind regional leaders. Only 29% of workers have adequate pension coverage, and healthcare spending is 7.2% of GDP. Civic movements in Chile showcase the power of local organizing, with neighborhood assemblies and community kitchens addressing immediate needs. Digital mobilization through social media and hashtag campaigns gained international attention. Cultural expressions like music and art communicated grievances, while increased electoral engagement and new political actors pushed for institutional change, challenging traditional parties. Thank you for engaging with this conversation. At Skilled MBA, we transform global challenges into leadership opportunities, urging businesses to foster equitable societies. Our mission is to grow responsibly and govern with empathy, ensuring business education drives real-world impact. Thank you for exploring socioeconomic transformation with Skilled MBA. Email support@skilledmba.com. Mobile +91 87553 0795. Website www.skilledmba.com.